Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so sorry that this very topical video is a little late, but I have been out of town. Oh goodness, but I have been itching to jump on here and talk about Harry's new accolade. Oh my word. It exploded after I posted it in my community tab, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm still laughing. It is honestly the funniest thing I have ever heard. I cannot stop laughing, and when I do, it takes a while and I scroll through Instagram or Twitter or whatever and I see something about it and I start laughing all over again. I mean, really, can someone please explain to me how it happened that Harry was named a legend of aviation? Please, how? How did it happen? And how was he chosen ahead of, above, before, or over someone like astronaut Tim Peake, who was also an Apache gunship pilot before turning astronaut and becoming the first British astronaut to walk in space during a trip to International Space Station? Now, somebody on that committee or whoever, whatever, made this decision has to listen carefully because you, my dear sir or madam or whatever, you are about to make a huge fool of yourself or of yourselves. I do not care what Harry trained for and where he trained for what. He was mostly sent for training to keep him safe and out of the way. But even his training, and in his own words, showed what a disloyal, slightly off character he was. Definitely not the honorable, loyal soldier deserving of such stunning accolades. Okay, gentlemen of the committee or board, you want an example? You want proof of what I'm saying? Well, here it is. In Harry's own words from his book Spare. Talking about his father visiting him at Knight's Hill, he wrote, he drove off. As he went down the track, I told the Typhoon, new target, grey Audi, headed southeast from my position down track towards a big silver barn orientated east-west. The Typhoon tracked far, did a low pass straight over him, almost shattering the windows of his Audi, but ultimately spared him on my orders. It went on to blow a silver barn to smithereens. So does that sound like an honourable, respectful, loyal soldier of the United Kingdom, huh? One who wants to blow his father, the next king, to smithereens? Nice one, guys. Nice one. But let's talk about his qualifications. Good lordy, I have never heard of anyone who took so long to learn how to fly a helicopter and had so much training in so many places. Like I said, they kept the bloke busy and out of the way. But let's explain. Harry moved to RAF Shawbury to learn how to fly helicopters. In October 2008, he received his wings in May 2010. So, 19 months later. Then he only got his Apache flying badge nearly a year later in April 2011. However, although it was announced that Harry was ready to be deployed again, the Chief of Defence Staff said, oh no, no, off you go, Harry. And in October, Harry was transferred to a military base in California to complete his helicopter gunship training. And after that, he again returned to Suffolk to complete his training. I mean, how much training does one guy need? Anyway, that was in November 2011. Again, Harry was only deployed to Afghanistan in September 2012, another year later. So face it, Harry was training from October 2008 until September 2012. I mean, we are talking nearly 4 years. And then, did he really fly that Apache? No way, Jose, no way. Harry arrived in Afghanistan on the 7th of September 2012. On the 18th, he was moved to a safe location. On the 21st of January 2013, Harry was returned to Britain. Okay? According to Harry, he flew on 6 missions during this time. Yes, indeed. If true, it would have been as co-pilot and gunner. Okay? According to all records, and I mean all records, and Harry's own words, he was never the pilot, always the co-pilot and the gunner. But what did others have to say about Harry's time in Afghanistan? Let's have a look. Major General Greg A. Sturdivant said, the night of the attack, talking about an attack on Camp Bastion, he slept through the entire thing. We didn't do anything special for him. He came and went, and you would never have known he was here. The only thing special we did for him was we had a place identified as a safe house in case the base came under attack. Okay, guys, ladies or gentlemen of the board or the committee or whatever, there is your hero, the legend of aviation, who never flew jack shit except during training, and who was never a pilot, but always a co-pilot and gunner. Only in July 2013 did the Ministry of Defense finally announced that Harry successfully qualified as an Apache aircraft commander 5 entire years after he started training. Okay, guys, so now did he get to fly helicopters? No, no, but before we go on to what he went on to do, what did the brilliant and brave Harry say when he finally qualified as Apache commander? Oh, he said, operating the Apache's weapon systems was like playing video games. What a legend you have there, America's Aviation Hall of Fame. I hope you don't forget his PlayStation controller underneath his portrait. But while we are talking games, let's refer to Harry's own words yet again. And I'm going to take time to bring his words to you. Sycophants, fans of Harry, and crazy deranged committee members of the Aviation Hall of Fame. Here it is, page 212 of Spare. This was eyes on target, finger on trigger, fire away. I asked myself how I felt. Traumatized? No. Sad? No. Surprised? No. Prepared in every way, doing my job, what we are trained for. Page 214. I followed up with a 30mm. Where the motorbike had been was now a cloud of smoke and flames. Well done, Dave said. We swoop back to camp, critique the video. Perfect kill. Remember, he killed a human being. Okay? We played some more PlayStation, turned in early. Page 217. So my number is 25, blah, blah, blah. While in the heat and fog of combat, I did not think of those 25 as people. You can't kill people if you think of them as people. They were chess pieces removed from the board. Congratulations, Aviation Hall of Fame. You will have not only a person who broke code of conduct of his fellow soldiers by openly bragging about the number of kills during his time in Afghanistan, but a man who also displays serious sociopathic tendencies. Honestly, are you insane or just ridiculous and swayed by money? And talking about money, who paid Harry's $30,000 ticket? Was it Daddy? Because he felt sorry that darling boy did not make it into that beautiful book? Or was it Harry himself? And another question, when it comes to heroes and legends, are they worth only $30,000? How can anyone sell that honor and their souls for any amount of money? Awful. It is awful. Just absolutely embarrassingly awful. But wait, listeners, I'm not done yet with Harry's brilliant flying aviation experience. Before Harry left the armed forces in 2015, he spent 4 weeks in Australia. The only flying he did there was as co-pilot of an Army Black Hawk helicopter during counter-terrorism training at Sydney Harbour. So, no, you made a mistake. He did not fly missions while in Australia. As a matter of fact, he flew nothing. He co-piloted again, again, only the spare. And people, there ends Harry's flying. Maybe he flew a kite. Maybe he was as high as a kite. But flying anything larger than a drone? Yes, I was recently told that Harry owns a drone. Anyway, flying anything larger than a drone has not happened since he left the army. Not like his brother, who flew medical evacuations for a couple of years after and still to this very day takes over from his pilot in order to keep up his flight hours. There was talk of Harry joining the California Helicopter Club to keep up his license. But as far as I know, this was just another story and something which never happened. As a matter of fact, Harry does not have a license to fly as we speak. As a matter of fact, if he had one ever, it had expired ages ago before he even left Britain. As far as many of his contemporaries are concerned, when it comes to aviation, the only thing Harry is good at is chartering a private jet, or at least con a celebrity into lending him one. And for Dick and Rick, who decided to vote for Harry's nomination, and Crick, who wrote his accompanying bio, Harry is not a best-selling author. His darn book was written by J.R. Moehringer. It may be Harry's words, but Moehringer put it together in coherent English and was responsible for the final product. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. And lastly, in the Hall of Aviation Fame, a man who entered and is likely staying in the United States by lying on his visa application. What a hero! Wow! Also, in the Hall of Aviation Fame, a man who publicly admitted to smoking weed and using hallucinogens as recently as living in the United States. Yes, Aviation Hall of Fame, you got yourself a winner and have just made yourselves the laughing stock of the entire world. And let me tell you guys, we can still muster up sympathy for your 81-year-old president falling up the stairs. But this, this takes the cake. This is a travesty and downright hilarious. I mean, I can just hear his speech. My wife and I thank you for this opportunity to sell you our bullshit. Okay, hand over the award and photograph my good side. My wife told me to say that. You know what, Harry, you twat? Royals are supposed to give and hand out trophies and awards, not receive them. That is what selfless service means. Okay, guys, I'm tagging everyone I can in this, but I truly think veterans and proud Americans should protest this. You may think, oh, this is nothing. It does not affect my life. But it does. It teaches your children to be entitled little twats, expecting accolades for doing nothing. Zilch. Accept this, and you will be stuck with couch surfing zombies whom you will support until the day you die. Make your voices heard. Do not accept this fakery and tax dodging rubbish any longer. Okay, guys, and on that note, I am off and I will see you on the next one. Bye.